I'm Allison King.
I'm Matthew King.
And we are Modern Phoenix. Modern Phoenix is a website and a creative community of people who really care about our mid-century modern design heritage here in Arizona. And we've been doing this for about 6 years now.
Yeah, about 6.
And it started off as a personal journey where Matthew and I were discovering our hometown again as transplants from New York City. And we're really looking for creative design, solid design here in the city, and we're really looking for our next place that we wanted to live. And by doing that, we started doing photographic surveys of what we liked in the city.
We bought a condo that was built in 1999, somewhat under the pressure of our parents to buy a new house, and it didn't feel right to us at all.
Immediately regretted it.
So we started looking for our next house, and we were, taking pictures, and when we take pictures, Allison doing the web thing, they ended up online, and Modern Phoenix grew organically out of that.
Yeah, it was really kind of fascinating how when I started publishing these web pages about kind of just normal, everyday neighborhood architecture, people actually found it on the web and started writing me letters and saying, well, you should come photograph my neighborhood, or you should check out this neighborhood. You don't know about this one yet. And so that's how we started mapping and building out this kind of inventory of our mid-century modern design stock here in the city. There was a certain point at which about 4 years ago this kind of virtual energy spilled over into real life, and we started getting together and having dinners and had our first home tour, which was just kind of a block party, really. And that's when we first really started to network together as a community. And the minute the home tour was over, people were asking me, well, when's the next one? When are we going to do this again and get together and see this neighborhood, or go check out what they're doing over, on the north side or something? So it was something that once it spilled over to face-to-face and we started really networking, it hasn't really stopped since then, and we try to do events throughout the year, both formally and informally, just to keep in touch and to see what everybody's doing to revitalize this mid-century modern kind of heritage that we have here. Not everybody is a designer, and yet there's so many people here in the city who appreciate great design. And I think the Modern Phoenix events give them an opportunity to participate in a way that they're really able to without being, having a background in architecture, without having formal training in interior design. I think it gives people a way that they feel that they can really contribute on a human scale and on an interpersonal scale to creating this design event that when they can see the visual result of how big it is and how successful it is, I think it makes people feel like they're really part of something bigger.
I've got a different answer.
Sure.
Phoenix is a large, spread out city. It's geographically quite large. You could go up to Arcosanti and talk to Paolo Solari. A lot of criticism of the two-dimensional city like Phoenix or Los Angeles. It has lots of negative aspects, and I think people are excited to find out that there's other people that have similar values within this city.
Well, I think a common misconception from people who don't truly understand design is that it's all about the superficial, and that it's all about how things look, and it's all about a designer name, or it's all about a particular color that's in style.
Well, and that's happened some. Haber's become this name.
Yeah.
It's, you collect your Haber home, and you put the right lamp in it and the right clock.
Right, and that is one level of it. But then when you go deeper, it's more about a lifestyle. For example, when you live in these mid-century modern homes, you have to adapt to a smaller square footage. And you need to adapt your lifestyle in a way where spaces have multiple uses and they're very flexible. And I think that a common value too is just creativity, of being able to have to be able to look at an older space and use what we call your X-ray modern goggles, and to see what you can do with it when you strip away all the things that have been caked onto it over the last 50 years. And that spirit of innovation and creativity is also something that we commonly share.
But in terms of the people, you know, we all go to the really cool independent coffee house to get our coffee. You know, there's all these, you know, independent, genuine businesses, and we all have an interest in those are the places we go to.
But also,
you know,
I think an interest in local culture too.
Yeah.
You know, I think many of us, if we have a choice between going to a chain or a local,
that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, we choose local just out of principle alone. And
See, I don't even think it's about like a moral or ethical or, you know, I'm telling the big corporations to stick it. It's that, you know, I appreciate the difference between the coffee at Lola and the coffee at Lux, you know, and they're both really good and way better than Starbucks. You know, I go to Starbucks every now and then because I'm in a hurry and there's one there, but, you know, I think we value the differences.